Mayor Mike Johnston took questions under oath before Congress at a 6-hour hearing today. 9 News anchor Kyle Clark joins us from Capitol Hill. And Kyle, you've covered Colorado politics for more than a decade, so any kind of surprises that you heard today?
You know, Kim and Mark, I thought there were really two surprises today. One was the fact that the Republicans on the House Oversight Committee, including all 4 Colorado Republicans in Congress, really were unable to link Denver's partial cooperation with immigration officials with the city of Aurora's now infamous migrant gang problem. I mean, it was just right here last night that President Trump said that Aurora had been destroyed by immigration. But that through line was never really drawn during the hearing. I was also surprised that Denver Mayor Mike Johnston avoided becoming the main character of this hearing. He likes to debate, he likes to convince people he's right, and that can be a dangerous trait when the people in charge of the microphones are looking for made-for-TV gotcha moments. But Johnston, by all measures today, was pretty restrained in what he said. And he defended Denver's handling of the migrant crisis in a way that even got some Republicans on the panel to admit that Denver and Johnston faced a brutally tough situation.
It wasn't perfect, and it required sacrifice from all of us. But in the end, Denver came out stronger and closer than we were before. Because Americans expect us to do more than point fingers. They expect us to solve problems. So if Denver can find a way to put aside our ideological differences long enough to manage a crisis we didn't choose or create, it seems only fair to ask that the body that is actually charged with solving this national problem, this Congress, can finally commit to do the same.
Colorado's most prominent questioner on the committee, Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, did not prompt any noteworthy exchanges in what was actually her first ever conversation with Mike Johnston when she was asking him questions today. I sat down with both Boebert and Johnston after that marathon hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That was a long hearing.
It was.
Did you say anything that you regret?
I didn't. I guess that's a good measure for success. No, I feel like all of our answers were clear and accurate.
Did we learn anything new about Denver's sanctuary policies?
Well, I think we've better established that Denver does have sanctuary policies, and so does the state of Colorado. We have a president of the United States that says if you choose to be a sanctuary city, county, state, well, then you're not going to get federal funding because that is against federal law. And I think that's fair. Well, maybe my rural counties would actually get some of the funding instead of everything being funneled to Denver.
Are you willing to have the city suffer financially if that's what it comes to stand for what you say are the city's values?
I mean, this one is clear that the city does not violate any federal law. So there's no grounds by which the federal government could legally cut funding to a city like ours. There's nothing we're out of compliance with.
Mayor Johnston.
Republicans on the House Oversight Committee said little about pulling federal funding from Denver. But one did say she was looking to the Trump Justice Department to bring criminal charges against Mayor Johnston for violating a harboring law. Do you think you're going to get arrested?
We clearly believe that there is no violation of federal law here. We follow federal law. That harboring statute says you have to have an intent to conceal people's status from the federal government. We were literally notifying the federal government of every single person with an A number and asking them for funding support. So there was no hiding people from the federal government. We were actually voluntarily offering that information.
Mayor Johnston and Denver's time in the potentially harsh spotlight of the federal government is not over. There is the issue of the potential Department of Justice investigation, and House Republicans' investigation of sanctuary cities did not end with today's hearing. Kim and Mark?
Yeah, but today was a big day, and Mayor Johnston got through that, so now we see where it goes next. Kyle, appreciate all your reporting today. Thank you.